Hi, welcome back to my channel. And I know everybody done seen the news that Monique and Chris have filed for divorce. And I really didn't want to say nothing about it, okay? But I saw someone comment that all the Candace fans were celebrating this divorce. And I just felt like, who said that? Who is celebrating their divorce? The only person that is celebrating this end of a marriage is probably Monique herself and her mother-in-law. We are not celebrating, okay? We are simply pointing out that Monique is a liar and how her lies have a way of catching up to her, okay? She sent us on this wild journey, season 5, basically to evade any accountability, okay? She tried to blame this show and the women on this show for trying to break up her marriage, and the truth of the matter is Monique was unhappy with her marriage before she got on the show. Okay? She's already had these issues before she ever got on this show. She quit. She claims to have quit to save her marriage from these bitter old hags that were jealous of her. Just for her to go on Love and Marriage DC and reveal to us that when she first got on Potomac, she wasn't even speaking to her husband. She went on this show that was supposed to be so much better than that other show. Supposed to be happy because she's amongst these other married women, and being around married couples is so much better than being on a show like Potomac where half the women were divorced and single, and she was just so much better off being around these women just to quit, just to complain about her husband the entire season. The way that Monique and Chris behaved at the season 5 reunion on Potomac, that let me know them two people were full of shit, okay? That let me know a long time ago they were full of shit, because this whole baby rumor, don't get it twisted. Somebody said that your child is not your husband's child. You have a right to, to turn up on their ass. Absolutely. But she never did turn up on Giselle. She turned up on Candace and then tried to save face by doing the binder thing to Giselle. But girl, it was a little too late. It was too late. It was too late. And did all that carrying on. And the crazy thing is, like, you was telling on yourself the whole time. Because honestly, as much as I don't care for Monique, I never really believed that her and the trainer did the sex. Okay, I didn't believe that. I was like, yeah, she probably flirts with him. You know, after workouts, they probably go get some smoothies. They probably be laughing and kikiing and doing all of this here. And maybe he done hugged her a little too tight. Maybe he done felt her up. Maybe she done felt his shoulders. Who knows? I never really believed that she went all the way with the trainer. I went there. So I never really had that thought. I knew it was a possibility, but I never really was like, oh yeah, she's out here cheating on her husband. That baby ain't his. I never really bought into all of that. But the way they acted at that reunion, and then all the other stuff that her friend Gigi, or her former friend Gigi, told us, I was like, yeah, there's some truth to this. Something happened. Because the way that Chris was going off, it was like something happened. It's like he was fighting for his family, but he was really fighting for his family. Like, it was a fight that we didn't know nothing about. Because if your wife isn't that person, she simply say, I didn't do that. It never meant, and that was the thing that really irritated a lot of us, was this was something that was set in motion season 3. This was a rumor they was passing around during season 3. You never addressed it. You never acknowledged it. It never made its way to the show. The only reason it came up on the show is because you let Giselle play in your face. When she said, oh, Candace invited Sharice to her party, you should have just acted like you didn't give it. Oh, girl, I don't care. Oh, yeah, I saw her. Oh, well. You shouldn't have gave no life to it, but you gave life to it. In the confessionals, you told on yourself, oh, Sharice was spreading rumors about my family. When you went off on Candace at Ashley's dinner saying, you invited this girl, you should have given me a heads up. You know my husband can't wait to see her so he can cuss her out. If you didn't want this rumor talked about, why did you do that? Giselle played you like a fool. It only worked. We only know any of this because of you. My thing will always be is that Monique sat on all of this nonsense for 2 years, okay? You claim that these ladies were plotting on you and trying to destroy your family and lie on your child's paternity, but you sat on this stuff for 2 years. You filmed with these women and didn't say nothing for 2 years. It's giving Marlo. Okay, it's very much giving Marlo. And speaking of Marlo, there's a lot of similarities between Marlo and Monique. It's really funny how a lot of the people who can't stand Marlo, they love themselves some Monique. It's very funny. They have both created lives for themselves that they are very proud of, that they are very impressed with. And when the other women aren't impressed with the things that they have to offer, they become bothered and they feel rejected and they lash out. And then after they've lashed out, they think that they can be friends again. We've seen that with Marlo over the years, how she sit up there and say that stuff to Kenya, but then think Kenya's supposed to be her friend. How last season she said all that stuff about Candy, Todd, Mama Joyce, but thinks that Candy is supposed to be her friend again, right? It's the same thing with Monique. Monique, you can sit up there and bring Sherman's ex-wife to the show and embarrass him by bringing up his arrest history, but then you think that Giselle's gonna be your friend. You can threaten to throw a glass bottle at Candace's head down to Katie's farm and then off camera apologize to her through text message and say, girl, come film my baby's ultrasound the next day. It's very much giving Marlo. They have that in common. And then even with the fight, I really think that Monique thought that the cast would strong arm Candace into either getting over the fight or icing Candace out. And when that didn't go her way, y'all saw what she did. She brought that binder to the reunion and telling fairy tales down to the bonfire. Like, I don't see how y'all don't see the connection. To be honest though, I'll take Marlo over her any day, but you know. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to say, like, we are not celebrating Monique's getting a divorce. Honestly, she should be celebrating because she's been wanting out of that marriage for a long time. She has. That man really irks her spirit. She can't stand him. Nothing he does is good enough for her. She wanted out. She wanted out. Everybody who watched Love and Marriage DC saw it. It was there. It was right there. If you didn't see it, it's because you didn't want to see it. So it's not a surprise. It's not like, ooh, yeah. It's really sad for the kids. But honestly, is it sad though? It's not really a sad thing because if you're happier without this, like really, if she's happy and he finds happiness and the kids are in a happy, healthy environment when they with their mama, with their daddy, they got 4 houses to split. The kids gonna be just fine. It's like mommy gotta be happy, daddy gotta be happy in order for the kids to be happy and healthy. So I ain't really celebrating it, but we all know that Chris's mama, she celebrating. She happy. Hopefully they could just, you know, now that they don't have to force themselves to be in a relationship that they don't want to be in no more, they could maybe they could be good friends. Maybe they could be good friends. I don't really know, but I'm not celebrating it. Like, no, nobody's celebrating them getting a divorce. For why? I don't even think Giselle tacky ass is celebrating it. Because just how Monique behaves, it's very clear that Monique was unhappy. This man is rich as hell. Y'all got 4 homes. Like, if you get tired of him, just go to the other house. The lady wasn't happy. The lady wasn't happy because why else would you be bothered by Giselle not wanting to be your friend? Why would you be so bothered by not being accepted by Giselle and Robin? The lady wasn't happy. And hopefully now she can find her happiness. And maybe she can turn over a new leaf and just do what's good for her. A lot of people are saying bring her back to the show. Y'all know I don't want her back on the show. But I won't be surprised if she finds her way back. I won't. Because all these stunts that she pulls, her telling Ashley right before Ashley left for BravoCon that she was separated from Chris, that was by design. That was not a mistake. The fact that she's not even upset with Ashley for telling her business, We ain't stupid. We are not buying none of this. This was all part of the plan, okay? This was all part of Monique's plan. But like I said, I hope she's happy. I hope Chris finds happiness. Hope the kids are doing good. And really, that's all I had to say. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.